So set 2 appointments up today. First one was for my client, one of my clients in Ohio. It's with a big manufacturer out there. I called and talked to the plant manager. He kind of told me that they might be interested, but he's not the guy to talk to, and actually said the guy I needed to talk to was right next to him. So he just handed off the phone to him, talked to the purchasing director over there, and we found a time to meet in person next week. They have anywhere from 30 to 40 computers. He wasn't quite sure, but he was excited to kind of see exactly what I do and exactly what we compare to as far as their current services go. The second one I got was with my client in Utah with a law firm. We've actually done some break fix work for them in the past. He wanted me to give them a call back, offer up a free network assessment, and see if they would be interested in talking about a management contract. That way we can get them transferred over as a management client instead of just a break fix client. So they have about 15 to 20 computers as well. So I know he's looking forward to that. So they both should be pretty good ones.
Are they any good?
I had 2 appointments today on my day back. It was both for my Canadian client up in Winnipeg. One is with a contracting group, about 25 users. They've been working with the same guys for a few years now, but last year they were running into some issues. Their reevaluation period is right now, so we're jumping in. And then the other one is for a workplace safety software company that I've been talking to since the very first month of working with Avenir. And every 3 months I've been checking in. They've always been good. And then today they reached out via email saying not only have they appreciated my courtesy calls, but they are ready to look around and they want to meet sometime next week. So that's about 12 users. Excited to see where that one goes. Felt really good knowing that they reached back out to me after so many calls.
Yeah, so I got 2 today. First one was for my client in California. It's with a veterinary hospital. Been talking to the practice manager over there for off and on for a few months now. Timing wasn't right. Finally got her nailed down, found some time. They are currently working with the company, but was pretty open to hearing what was out there. Sounds like there might be some issues here and there. So they've got about 14 users as well as a few physical servers at their location. That meeting is set for, I believe, next week, and my CEO will be hopping on a screen share with her. The second one was for my client down in Phoenix. It's with an eye clinic, ophthalmologist type deal. They've got about 14 users across 2 locations. Pretty similar. The practice manager over there just wanted some information proposal, etc., to take over to their doctors and give them something to take a look at to offer up some potential other options as to what they currently have. So that is going to be a phone call set for pretty early on in February. A couple of pretty good fits and pretty exciting appointments.
Alright, so I got one for my client in Jacksonville earlier, and it was a prospect I had spoke with law practice, I want to say a few months back. I spoke with the firm administrator, and they're currently working with a break-fix model, and their current provider does not do fully managed work. They're starting to get to a size where they want to explore kind of pricing options against break-fix against fully managed services to see which one fits their model better, where it can actually save them money. It should be a pretty good one. Client's got a few different law firms in the area that he works with, and it's an in-person meeting set for later this month, so excited to see what comes of it.
Yeah, so got second on the month for a client out in Richmond today. It was about 20 users or so. They're at a managerial meeting in February to go over their current relationship with the company they're using. So I just kind of pitched how, hey, we can talk beforehand and show you what we do and what we specialize in. So when that meeting comes, you at least know that if you want to explore it more at the different option, you know what we do. So cloud servers, about 20 users or so, but yeah, let's kind of see what happens.
So the first appointment I got today was with our new old client, AM Data Service, who decided to come back and pick me, run the market again in Detroit. I found a little machine shop out there who's kind of ad hoc doing IT stuff themselves. They use companies sometimes, and they were open to chatting with us. They'd never heard of us before. They were pretty impressed with our aggressive pricing, and so they had about 12 computers. Not a huge one, but those like the small business wins we're looking for. That's a really solid appointment. The other one I got is for my client down in Tampa. It's with a mid-sized firm. Their CIO there uses companies all the time for IT stuff, and so February is their evaluation window, sort of last week of January into middle of February is when their contract is up. So we set up a meeting to connect with him next week on Wednesday. Immediately talk about comparing services and prices and see if we might be able to start working with them. So 2 really good appointments, so just trying to keep it hot, baby.
So I got one for my client in Denver. It is with a graphic design company that they kind of do their own thing as far as IT. They don't really have a lot of to go for the infrastructure, so they were interested in having somebody kind of back up their stuff, and that was right up our alley. So we're gonna go out and see what we can get for him. It's kind of a weird one. He was like, "Hey, call me tomorrow and we can set something up." And I was like, "Hey, how about I just have my owner call you, and that way you guys can just talk, chat it out, and then we can go to a more formal type of meeting after you guys figure out what the real needs are." So we have an introductory call tomorrow, and then after that we should know more about how we can proceed with that.
Alright, I set an appointment today with my SEO client, Customer Paradigm, with an orthodontist practice. They work in North Carolina. They're looking for SEO services specifically. They're working with a group. They said that their prices could be a little lower, they think. So we're going to get in there and talk to them and see how we can benefit them.
Yeah, so I set a digital marketing appointment for my digital marketing guy. It's a senior facility out in Las Vegas. They were talking about wanting someone like us for content, things like Facebook posting, COVID listings, social media, kind of what all of our services would look like in a monthly agreement. So we're talking about it next Tuesday to kind of show them why we're a really good option. We've lowered our prices a lot. It looked like their website needed a little bit of help. They used a firm like us to create it, so we might try to work a refresh in there, but really kind of hitting home the social media and content stuff. It should be a good one for next week.